Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are asked to examine this question: square root of x plus square root of minus x is equal to 4. And if a solution does exist, find it. The first thing we need to do is square both sides and then carefully expand it to give us the square root of x all squared plus 2 times the square root of x times the square root of minus x, then plus the square root of minus x all squared equal to 16. The idea of this straightforward expansion is from when you have a plus b all squared, it simply gives you a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Now, in this case, our a is simply the square root of x and our b is the square root of minus x. So when you substitute each of these, you have the expansion that I have above. We can now go ahead and simplify further. So we have x plus 2 into, now the square root of x multiplied by the square root of minus x will simply give us the square root of minus x squared and then plus minus x, because square roots will simply cancel the square here and we are left with minus x equal to 16. And because we now have x and then minus x, we can simply cancel those out because x minus x is 0. And then we are left with 2 roots minus x all squared is equal to 16. Going forward, we now need to divide both sides by 2 so that we can now have the square root of minus x all squared is equal to 2 here, 8, equal to 8. And at this point, we know exactly what next to do, and that is to find the square of both sides by simply squaring both sides so that we now have this square root being cancelled by this square here. So on the left hand side, we will now simply have minus x squared is equal to 8 squared 64. Another challenge we have is this negative attached to this x squared. In order for us to be able to solve for x, we need to get rid of this negative by simply multiplying both sides by minus 1. And when we do that, we now have x squared is equal to minus 64. And then we can now go ahead and find the square root of both sides. So the square root of x squared is simply x. But then, how do we find the square root of negative 64? This is the point at ordinary level where we say that this equation has no solution, because in your calculator, the square root of minus 64 returns an error. But in complex root, x is simply 8i. And what that means is simply that the value of x is 8, but in an imaginary field that we don't recognize, at least not in the scope of this video. So I will not be going further than this. Remember to subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.